हेलो एवरीवन। इस वीडियो में मैं आप लोगों के साथ लास्ट 1 ईयर के इम्पॉर्टेंट अपॉइंटमेंट डिस्कस करूँगी। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द वीडियो एंड द अपॉइंटमेंट विल बी फ्रॉम जुलाई 2021 टू जून 2022. So let's start. Amitabh Kant gets 1 year extension as Niti Aayog CEO. So current Niti Aayog CEO is Amitabh Kant. Next, Air Marshal Vivek Ram Chaudhary to be new IAF Vice Chief. Next, Satish Agnihotri take charges as MD of NHSRCL. Next, KN Bhattacharjee appointed new Lokayukta in Tripura. Nitin Gadkari becomes brand ambassador of Khadi Prakratik Paint. Neha Parekh appointed as CEO of crowdsourced navigation app Waze. Jim Whitehurst resigned as IBM president. N. Venudhar Reddy takes charges as Director General of All India Radio. Indian Army names fire range after Vidya Balan. ICC releases Manu Sahni as CEO. So International Cricket Council CEO is Manu Sahni. Next, Federal Bank gets RBI note to reappoint Shyam Srinivasan as MD and CEO. Twitter appoint Vinay Prakash as Residence Grievance Officer for India. This is important. IOA names BK Sinha as press attaché of India's Olympic contingent. Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi appointed Deputy Leader of House in Rajya Sabha. MOT Secretary Aramin Giridhar gets additional charge as NHAI Chairman. FinMin Joint Secretary Rashmi R. Das appointed to UN Tax Committee. Shiv Nadar stepped down as HCL Tech MD. IPS officer Nasir Kamal appointed DG of Bureau of Civil Aviation Security. Yusuf Ali to be Abu Dhabi's CCI's Vice Chairman. Rakesh Asthana appointed as Delhi Police Commissioner. Property consultant Colliers appoints Ramesh Nair as CEO for India. Bharat Bill Pay appoint Payu Nupur Chaturvedi as new CEO. Vice Admiral S.N. Gormade take charge as Vice Chief of the Naval Staff. Deepak Das take charge as the new Controller General of Accounts. Bogeri appoints Priyanka Chopra as its Global Brand Ambassador. Mini IPE appointed as LIC MD ahead of proposed IPO. Kumar Mangalam Birla stepped down as non-executive chairman of VI. Retired Justice VM Kanade appointed Lokayukta in Mumbai. Zoological Survey of India gets first female director in 100 years. Indian government approved the appointment of Dr. Dhriti Banerjee as the director of Zoological Survey of India. Euro Sports India appoint John Abraham as the MotoGP brand ambassador. Government of India approve 1-year extension to Rajiv Gauba term as Cabinet Secretary. MS Dhoni becomes first brand ambassador of Home Lane. Government of India approved 3-year extension for Rekha Sharma as chairperson of National Commission for Women. RBI appoints Neeraj Chopra for banking fraud awareness campaign. This is important. Cashify appoints Raj Kumar Rao as first brand ambassador. Kamlesh Kumar Pant appointed new NPPA chairman. Adi Godrej to step down from Godrej India board. Priyanka Chopra Jonas named Mami Film Festival chairperson. MV India appoints Mirabai Chanu as brand ambassador. This is also important. PR Srijesh to be brand ambassador of Kerala Adventure Tourism. CVC reappoints TM Bhashin as chairman of advisory board. Nakul Chopra appointed as chief executive officer of BARC India. Tamil Nadu BJP leader La Ganeshan appointed as Manipur governor. Abhay Kumar Singh appointed as Joint Secretary in Ministry of Corporation. RBI approves reappointment of Sandeep Bakshi as ICICI Bank MD. RBI approve appointment of Hitendra Dev as CEO of HSBC India. Mansukh Mandalia appointed chairperson of Stock TV Partnership Board. Nine Supreme Court judges including 3 women take oath. And after this appointment, the strength of the Supreme Court goes up to 33, including the CJI, out of sectioned strength of 34. 3 out of these 9 new judges, Justice Vikram Seth, Justice B.V. Nagaratnam and Justice P.S. Narasimha are in line to become Chief Justice of India. And 3 female judges who are appointed, their name are Justice Bela Trivedi, Justice Hima Kohli and Justice B.V. Nagaratna. Next, IRS officer J.B. Mohapatra appointed as CBDT chairman. Pankaj Kumar Singh takes over as new DG of BSF. PPK Rama Charyulu appointed Rajya Sabha Secretary General. Centre appoint Atul Bhatt as CMD of RINL. Vartika Shukla become first women CMD of Engineers India Limited. Cyrus Pucha become new Vice President of Asian Squash Federation. Equitas Bank appoint Rani Rampal and Smriti Mandhana as brand ambassador. Next, CAG Comptroller and Auditor General of India GC Murmu gets elected as ASOSAI Chairman. This is important. Next, Iqbal Singh Lalpura named Chairman of National Commission for Minorities. This is also very important. Next, Yahoo appoints Jim Lanzone as its new CEO. Vijay Goyal named as Vice Chairman of Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti. Pawan Goenka appointed chairperson of InSpace. Adobe appoints Pratibha Mohapatra as India MD and VP. Raja Randhir Singh appointed acting president of Olympic Council of Asia. Former Supreme Court Judge Indu Malhotra appointed DDCA Ombudsman. SBI's Amit Saxena joins RBI Innovation Hub as CTO. Air Marshal VR Chaudhary appointed as new IAF chief. This is important. Facebook India appointed Rajiv Agarwal as head of public policy. UN chief appoints Kailash Satyarthi as SDG Sustainable Development Goals advocate. Air India chief Rajiv Bansal appointed civil aviation secretary. Government accept RN Ravi's resignation as interlocutor for Naga peace talk. Gordon Brown appointed WHO ambassador for global health financing. Debabrata Mukherjee elected chief of Audit Bureau of Circulations. MasterCard ropes chess champion Magnus Carlsen as its global ambassador. Lieutenant General Gurbil Par Singh takes charge as DG of NCC. Avik Sarkar re-elected as Press Trust of India chairman. Kevin Care CMD CK Ranganathan named as new AIMA president. NSDL appointed Padmja Chunduru as MD and CEO. Alok Sahai appointed as Secretary General of Indian Steel Association. Sanjay Bhargav to head Starlink satellite broadband venture of India. Former SBI Chief Rajneesh Kumar appointed as Chairman of Bharat Pay. Amit Khare appointed advisor to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This is important. Imtiaz Ali appointed ambassador of Russian Film Festival. Centre approves reappointment of Shakti Kant Das as Governor of RBI. Government appoint Ashok Bhushan as NCLAT chairperson. Isha Ambani appointed to Smithsonian's Boards of Trustees. Vice Admiral R. Hari Kumar named as next Chief of the Naval Staff. This is also very important. IPS officer Sheel Vardhan Singh to head CISF. SN Pradhan appointed as Director General of NCB. PC Modi made Rajya Sabha Secretary General. This is also important. Rahul Dravid named as brand ambassador of kids footwear brand Plato. Professor Bimal Patel of India elected to International Law Commission. VVS Lakshman will take charge as the next National Cricket Academy head. Sourav Ganguly appointed chairman of ICC Men's Cricket Committee. UN Secretary General appointed Shombi Sharp as UN Residence Coordinator in India. Geoff Allardyce appointed as permanent CEO of ICC. So this name is also important. He is the permanent CEO of International Cricket Council. Harshwanti Bisht become first women president of Indian Mountaineering Foundation. Rajneesh Kumar become non-executive director of Hero MotoCorp. Indian origin executive Parag Agrawal appointed as new Twitter CEO. Sambit Patra named as chairman of India Tourism Development Corporation. Alka Upadhyay appointed as chairperson of National Highway Authority of India. Catherine Russell appointed as the new head of UNICEF. This is also important, Catherine Russell. Indian origin judge appointed to South Africa's highest judicial bench. Indian origin Narendran Jodi Kolappan has been appointed to South Africa's highest judicial bench, the Constitutional Court. Diplomat Vikram Mishri named as Deputy National Security Advisor. This is also important. Anupam Ray to become India's new ambassador to UN Conference on Disarmament. Vinay Kumar Tripathi named as Chairman and CEO of Railway Board. V.S. Pathania takes over as Director General of Indian Coast Guard. This is also important. Vinod Kannan named as next CEO of Vistara Airline. Indian origin Ashok Eloswamy first employee to be hired for Tesla. Alka Mittal become first women head of Oil and Natural Gas Corporation. RBI named Ajay Kumar Chaudhary and Deepak Kumar as new executive directors. Atul Kashyap appointed as president of US-India Business Council. G. Ashok Kumar named as DG of National Mission for Clean Ganga. Shafali Verma appointed as brand endorser of Bank of Baroda. Government reappoint Vijay Paul Sharma as CACP chairman. Pierre Olivier appointed as next IMF International Monetary Fund chief economist. Rocket scientist S. Somnath appointed as new ISRO chief. This is also important. Roberta Metsola takes over EU Parliament presidency. This is also important. Lieutenant General Manoj Pandey appointed as next Army Vice Chief. Government of India appoints Anantha Nageshwaran as Chief Economic Advisor. Ravi Mittal named as new Chairman of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. Senior scientist G. A. Srinivasa Murthy appointed Director of DRDL. JNU Vice Chancellor M. Jagadish Kumar named as new Chairman of University Grant Commission. This is also important. Professor Dinesh Prasad Saklani named as new NCERT Director. This is also important. Santi Shri Dhulipadi Pandit named as first women Vice Chancellor of JNU. Debashish Mitra takes over as President of ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. Ilkar IC named as MD and CEO of Air India. Geeta Mittal appointed as Chairperson of Committee of Administrators to run TTFI. Geeta Mittal is retired Justice. IAS officer Vineet Joshi named as Chairman of CBSC. Bihar ropes in Manoj Tiwari as Brand Ambassador for Khadi. Madhabi Puri Buch named as first women Chief of SEBI, Security and Exchange Bank of India. This is important. Samiran Gupta to head public policy for Twitter in India. Justice A.K. Sikri named as chairperson of Char Dham Project Committee. Ranjit Rath named as chairman and MD of Oil India Limited. N. Chandrasekharan named as chairman of Air India. Rajesh Gopinath reappoints as MD and CEO of TCS for 5 years. Jay Shah term extended by 1 year as a president of Asian Cricket Council. Indian economist Jayati Ghosh named as member of UN Advisory Board. Kiran Majumdar Shah named for Fellow of Royal Society of Edinburgh. NATO extended Jens Stoltenberg term by a year. Lieutenant General Vinod G. Khandare appointed as advisor in Defence Ministry. Gilbert Hongwo named next Director General of International Labour Organization. Government appoints Vinay Mohan Kwatra as new Foreign Secretary. Eminent scholar academician Manoj Soni appointed as new UPSC chairman. Harshvardhan Shringla named India's G20 chief coordinator. Ex-IPS officer Lal Pura reappointed as National Commission for Minorities chief. Lieutenant General Manoj Pandey named as India's next Chief of Army Staff. Wipro named Satya Ishwaran as country head of India. Jasleen Kohli named as MD and CEO of Digit Insurance. Lieutenant General Manoj Kumar Katiyar named as next DG of Military Operations. L.V. Vaidyanath appointed as CEO of PNG India. Delhi's new Chief Secretary has been appointed, Naresh Kumar. Babita Singh selected as new Global Peace Ambassador 2022. Ajay Kumar Sood named as Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India. Vijay Sapla appointed as National Commission for Scheduled Caste Chairperson for second time. Vinay Mohan Kwatra assumed charge as India's new Foreign Secretary. Lieutenant General B.S. Raju appointed as Vice Chief of Indian Army. Sangeeta Singh appointed as Chairman of CBDT. Ex-Petroleum Secretary Tarun Kapoor appointed as advisor to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Union Government of India has notified the appointment of Justice Sudhanshu Dhulia, the Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court, and Justice Jamshed Burjor Pardiwala, a Judge of Gujarat High Court, as judges of the Supreme Court. Now the fresh appointment will help regain the 34 judges' strength in the Supreme Court. Rajiv Kumar appointed as next Chief Election Commissioner. This is also very important. Deepika Padukone names as first brand ambassador of Louis Vuitton. Deepika Padukone named as first Indian brand ambassador of Louis Vuitton. Sanjeev Bajaj appointed as President of Confederation of Indian Industry. Nidhi Chibbar named as CBSC new Chief of 2022. Sitikant Patnaik and Rajiv Ranjan named as Executive Directors by the Reserve Bank of India. Sunil Arora, India's former Chief Election Commissioner, has been named as Chairman of Gram Unnati. Vijay Shekhar Sharma reappointed as MD and CEO of Paytm. Salil Parekh reappointed as CEO of Infosys. Prime Minister Narendra Modi new PS Personal Secretary is IFS Vivek Kumar. Khadi Commission Chief Vinay Kumar Saxena is now Delhi's new Lieutenant Governor. This is very important.